Hi, everybody, and once again, welcome to another episode of the Good Living Podcast. So, before I start, if you're a feminist or you are a, I don't know, if you're a feminist or something like that, before you vex and leave, I just want you to, I can't say much to keep you here, but some things here might offend you, and some others are going to be very interesting. So, generally, it's going to be very interesting. So, I would advise you to stay. Um, because it's a topic that is important to everybody, both men and women, especially in relationships. And believe me, trust me, I am almost as tired as you are of hearing myself talk about men and female things. It's just that there's so much, right? And when I look at one problem, I try to link it to man-woman relationships. Like, what connection does this problem I'm seeing have with man-woman relationships? And what I realize is there's a problem, right? Man-woman relationships have connection with that problem that doesn't initially look like it does. So it's why I feel like it's more important than we actually know, and that's why I like to talk about it so much. But really, I'm actually tired of talking about it. But I feel like it's my calling, so I have to still do something. Well, let me get straight to it. Yeah, today I'm not trying to excuse, but I'm trying to explain why men cheat, right? And I'm not. What I'm saying here is this is a mindset that exists out there in millions of people, right? I'm not going on record to say that this is the mindset that I hold, but I'm trying to tell or let women know that this is valid. And across all men, if you ask them the things that I say here, a lot of them would confirm them. Now, I've been seeing some arguments online lately about body count, right? And I'm going to talk about body count from, you know what, fuck it. This is my own personal perspective of body count when it comes to women, because there are now words that exist now that didn't exist when we were younger. Words like slut shaming, words like, you know, I don't know, man. Words like slut shaming, yeah, that basically vilifies you or demonizes you for saying it in a derogatory manner that a woman sleeps with plenty men, right? Or a woman is sexually accessible to plenty men. And if you say that in the modern age, you're you're wrong. Basically, that's what they say. So here's what I want to say, right? If a woman wants to have, and I'm very fluent in this topic when I'm talking with people, but when I'm trying to record it now for possible hundreds of people, or I don't know, people, possibly millions of people to listen to, I tend to stutter. Okay, so now they say the body count doesn't matter. A lot of people are like, body count doesn't matter. Why would you ask somebody partner their body count? It doesn't matter in a relationship. You shouldn't be asking that. It's not important. So basically, a woman can sleep with 100 guys if she wants, but it's not important if she's in a relationship, because you know that's the past, and the relationship is the future. And I try to say, look, women, you might say, okay, this is not important to me, but one thing I know is that everybody has something that they want in this life, right? And if in your life what you want to is to do is flex, and maybe because sex is interesting, have as much sex as you can in your lifetime and be happy with that, and you leave this earth fulfilled if that's the life you live, then fine, that is your choice, and nobody has the right to tell you something about it is wrong. However, if your aim is at the end of the day as a woman is to kind of like settle down with a man that you love and that loves you, that will take care of you, have children or not with him, and build a life and a career in other aspects from there, then you might want to change your mindset when it comes to this kind of relationships, like this kind of topic, in terms of saying body count doesn't matter, the amount of people you sleep with in your life doesn't matter. Because I noticed something, right? Women are the prize. Women pick men, all right? When you're dating a girl, she has to say yes to you. So in the sense of relationships and sex, right? It is the women that make do the picking, and the men are the ones in the pool. So for a woman to sleep with you, there's for every fine girl you see, there's 100 guys that want to sleep with them, and the ones who they actually sleep with is they pick the ones out of those 100 guys that they sleep with. But that is where women have choice, and unfortunately, that's the limit to their choices. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to marriage, it is not the women who pick; it is the men who pick. And now they don't pick based on what your future is supposed to look like. Men pick based on what your past looks like already. Now, women look at a man's future a lot and what he'll be able to do, right? More than they look at what he has done. But men look a lot behind at what, because they take you as you are. Whatever you're looking at, they're okay with, and they're ready to move forward with that. But they want to know what has happened before that. So we are different sexes, and if you say that body count doesn't matter, and they are men, because I can go to the street. I might do this. Go to the street and ask, does body count matter in a relationship? If you want to, if you want to get with a woman, and ask men, right? There might be a contingent of men that would say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? And in my own opinion, I would say those ones are just maybe trying to please the general narrative or something. Or since I'm not in their mind, it might be true to them that it doesn't matter to them. But I can assure you that in the majority, if you do this, take this test. Let me explain this. Reason it well and take this test. If for example, well, you ask a man, forget that we have technology now and all of these things. If in the 1800s you took a man, I'm asking this question from your mind. What do you think the answer would be as a woman? If you're doubting me, that's what I'm saying. Take a man from one end of the earth, right? In any civilization there, so maybe somewhere in Western Europe, you just take a man from there, a random man, and then come to Africa, right? In any civilization here, and take another man, and then pose these two questions to them. You tell them this, that you are about to marry, and you have a choice of two women. One of those women is perfect in cooking, perfect in housekeeping, perfect in raising children, good in bed, beautiful, right? And attractive. She's like a 10/10. But she has slept with half of the men in your clan, right? But she's, aside that particular thing, she is a perfect wife. And then that's one option. Then the other woman there is reasonably okay, beautiful, right? She's like a 7/10. She doesn't know how to cook very well, right? But she knows how to raise children, but she doesn't know how to cook very well. She doesn't know how to cook at all. Right? Let me zero it. She doesn't know how to cook at all. She's just neat, but she doesn't know how to cook, and she's not as fine as the other one. But none of the men in your clan has slept with her. I'm talking not even one of the men in your clan has slept with her. If you ask a man this question, these two men who have not, there's no programming whatsoever, they don't watch any similar news, they don't listen to any similar radio because there's nothing like that. Then in those times, if you pick a random man from these two places and ask them the same question, in your church mind, what do you think who do you think each man would choose? And this shows you what men find valuable in women, because since we are the ones picking when it comes to marriage, I don't want to sound like an asshole here, but it's reality. Yeah, since we're the ones picking when it comes to marriage, which some women want and some don't, these are the things that we find valuable. And if your body count is related to your value and it is extremely high, it means your value is a little bit low, right? Because one of the essences of marriage is now the ability to have sex. I mean, traditionally that is what it should be. All of you are having sex up and down now. But so if that thing I'm wifing you for, which is the traditional reason, has already been distributed quite a lot, then why would I want to go through all of that for that? I'm not saying this is not the case, obviously, because there are plenty of other reasons for marriage and plenty of other reasons that women are used for the marriage. But ideally, what I'm saying is your value is directly proportional to your body count, and inversely proportional to your body count, I guess. And women know this, right? If you're not a woman, please shut up. This argument, you're not even supposed to put mouth in this thing because you're not getting offended. The women who are getting offended now, here's something I'll tell you. If you didn't know subconsciously, inherently within you, that your body count was related directly to your value, then why don't you broadcast it, right? If you've only slept with